What's up, Shelf Addicts? Welcome back to the Shelf Addiction Podcast. Today on Book Chat, we are talking about the return of book conventions. They are back in full force in 2023. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I am your host, Tamara, and welcome back to the podcast. If you're new here, we're going to feed your shelf addiction with fun book conversations, bookish topics, and more. It's like listening in on your favorite book club. I hope to hear your thoughts on today's show. You can also find me and Casey on Twitter and Instagram. The links for everything I've mentioned are below in the show notes. If you enjoyed today's episode, please support the podcast by sharing it with some book nerd friends or on your favorite social media space. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe before you leave. That will really help me out, and I appreciate you for doing it. The uncut video version of this podcast is available right now over on Patreon. Join us there for exclusive videos, including after shows and more. So if you're interested in that at all, you'll need to come over onto Patreon and sign up. Without further ado, let's begin. We're back on the podcast, everyone. Casey and I are together. Yay! So as usual, my co-host Casey from Heartful of Ink is back again. And we we are back, and we are going to talk about conventions this week.
Yes.
Hope you enjoy. Please let us know if you like the conversation. If you have some conventions to share with us,
please do. I want to know about all the conventions.
Yes. Because we have a short list, but we need more.
A lot more. Tell us everything.
Yes. So let's start with, we're at a convention right now. Fun times. Mm-hmm. Or not. Fun times names. Generally. Yeah, we're gonna protect the innocent, and we're just gonna, give you some of our experiences high level. This is my first convention post-COVID. So
I was at RWA last July, which I forgot about. So I was like, oh yeah, no, this is my first convention since 2019. And I was like, no way. RWA did happen. It was just terrible, and I forgot about it. So
that's terrible. Okay.
Yes.
Well, this one is a little better.
A little better. Definitely better than RWA, but everything beats RWA.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, let's share about our hotel. We are in the great state of Florida. We'll say that. It's nice weather.
It called itself an international resort. But resort is a giant stretch.
Yeah, let's just say you're not going to find this resort on any credit card, hotel things. You're just going to have to just... So picture...
I booked the double premium deluxe whatever, and it was like really cheap, and I was very happy, and like you're gonna get a good view, and the pictures online were really pretty of like water and pools, and I was like, yes, we'll have some nice things to look out through our window. I get here, I open the window, we see the parking lot, straight up parking lot. Actually remind myself to take a photo from this window so y'all on Patreon can literally see parking lot. Yeah. Although we have a nice little glow up ride. Yeah. Like one of those straight up stick rides that you go up and down.
So at nighttime,
there's a Ferris wheel.
We can look and see a Ferris wheel in a whatever ride is called. I don't know. But other than that, it's pretty.
It's called a no.
Yeah.
It's called a no.
It's called a no.
No. It's called a no. Never. You are not shooting me up into the air and spinning me in circles.
I'll do it. No. So that's the first thing. Okay, fine. Right. We don't get a great hotel view. So be it. Right. That happens sometimes.
That happens.
But, we pull up. Casey was gracious enough to pick me up from the airport, which I greatly appreciate. But we get here and she's explaining the door. It's outside. The door is outside, like motel style.
It's we're gonna get murdered, but at least we get murdered together.
There's that.
And we have a podcast, so people can podcast about us podcasting and our murder.
Last scene.
Only murders in the podcast.
Right. Because, honestly, I do not like hotels where people can just walk up to the door.
Oh, hell no.
I don't prefer it. And this is just like one of those hotels. And I'm like, oh my God, we might die, but...
We might die. We might die. If we die, please know we love you.
I know, right?
Please solve our murder.
Yeah, definitely. You know some of the scene of the crime. You know where we started anyway. So there's that, and it's just like not a good look overall. And people like the beds aren't that great. It's not that clean.
The TV is old and only has cable. And the remote doesn't even have an input button, so you can change it to HDMI. Like it's old school. I think. Yeah. I can show you guys this laminated card.
Oh my god, the laminated.
Tells you all the channels you can flip through.
It's literally a laminated card.
And you have to actually flip through it, which makes me feel like we're back in 1999.
Oh, definitely. This is definitely
we time traveled back to 1999.
Yeah,
guys.
The room decor is 1999 with the big, chunky, heavy furniture, and then you have this red accent on everything, and it's
crazy.
It's got this loud air conditioner in the corner because there's no central air.
We had to turn it off for recording, so now the room's getting hot.
It is getting warm. There's just so many things wrong. The towels smell funny.
Yeah, no. Hotel, 1 star.
1 star.
1 star.
I was telling Casey, this is like the hotel that you stay at when you're 21 years old.
And poor as fuck.
And you want to go somewhere and you're partying all day and all night anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's not a big deal. You can just come and crash and wake up and leave. Do it all over again.
Yes.
But I'm old.
I am too.
I like some luxury.
I like decent towels. I don't feel like that's luxury. I feel like that's necessity.
I know. I agree. It's So you guys here, you know.
Hotel.
We're not happy campers.
Without saying anything, revealing, I do want to empathize with the convention owner, because this was a last minute change, because the original hotel that was booked for the conference as of, all of last year was hurt in 2 hurricanes and had to do a lot of reconstruction and could not have the conference. So the last minute, literally 2 months ago, she had to find a different hotel, and this is what she ended up with.
Now, was that the place I stayed at before?
Yes.
Okay, full disclosure, that place also had things I did not like a lot. So maybe it needed to be pulled down to the ground and redone.
It's Florida. There's bugs in every hotel.
Oh my God, hella bugs. What the fuck with the bugs?
It's Florida.
I can't see. Give me my Midwest where the bugs stay the fuck outside where they're supposed to be.
This is Florida.
Can't. Get some damn people to spray for bugs. Jesus Christ.
We do, and then they fly.
Oh God.
So we pieced out yesterday, about halfway through the conference day. We're like, we want to go to the beach. So we just straight up left and went to the beach, which was amazing.
It was worth it.
Best part of the whole trip.
Yes. I was very happy.
Should we talk about conventions in general now?
Yeah, let's talk about conventions. They are back stronger.
Woohoo!
2023, people are back on the horse.
Which is good, but also be wary because COVID's still around. The monkeypox shit is somewhere.
We're wearing masks, which is great. I don't mind it.
Yeah, because Florida. Hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love conventions. I went to my first convention in 2012 in Chicago, and it was the greatest moment of my entire life. When I die, I'm going to be like, back in my day in 2012. Let me go relive these memories.
Oh my gosh. I remember when. Yeah.
Yes. So I love conventions. I'm so happy they're back, but I haven't found any that have really hit that sweet spot for me of there's good publisher backing. So you get not just the extra swag and the extra books, but the publishers will throw big parties and you get to spend time with the authors and like have a cocktail hour with the authors, and the publisher sponsors that. Like the publishers put a lot of money into conferences, especially RT, if you remember. That's not back yet.
Yeah, I mean, even Book Expo, I can't remember what author it was right now, but there was a whole thing where they were giving champagne out in the booth celebrating a new release. Like, you run over there and get some champagne.
Yeah,
like the whole
like
thing.
I want that to come back. I miss those days, those good old days.
Yeah. I don't know if it will, though, because COVID showed them that they can still get what they want without spending that kind of money.
Much money. Which, fair, but also like...
Blah.
Blah. I want to go to conferences and have a really good time. I want to go to conferences and party like rock stars, because authors are rock stars, you know?
Speaking of like spending money, like, so today I learned about quite a few different ones, and one of them was in New York.
Oh, okay.
It was sponsored by, I think it was Barnes and Noble and one of the publishers.
Ooh.
And it was this thing like about like book talk. They invited book talk. It was a Barnes and Noble book talk festival at BNN Union Square. So I went and looked it up.
Intriguing.
And found it. It was February 28th.
Okay, so we can't make it.
No, we cannot. We cannot. So, and I guess they're going to have like, I guess it goes the weekend. So they're going to have conversations with different authors like Chloe Gong. We know her, Lucy Score. Let's see, some other people. Jeanette Walls, who wrote that memoir about the Glass Castle. Samantha Shannon, we know her. She did urban fantasy, the orange tree. And
yeah,
her. A bunch of other people. V.E. Schwab is going to be there.
Oh, wow.
And I guess they also had another book talk event earlier where they were literally giving away ARCs like it was the old days.
Oh, I miss the old days.
And it was in New York, of course, because you know the publishers are not leaving New York.
Nope. They've decided that they can stay in their high castles up in New York and just...
So it sounds like they're trying to do something again, but it's not what it was before, but they are, of course, still utilizing book talk.
Because it's the hot thing right now. Back in 2012, when we were all bloggers on websites and WordPress, like they were pandering to us. So I can't hate on them for pandering to book talk. It's just like,
I know
they passed the crown over. Yeah,
because like even as a like podcaster, I get emails for podcasters, but it's no invites, it's no event invitations,
which is
they're
bullshit.
offering up digital products. They're rarely sending physical books.
Yeah,
but the book talkers get around. I know.
They on Book Talk, you know, they have the actual video. Yeah, and they want to wave it in front of the camera.
Look, I cried over this book.
Did you even read it? I cannot.
They probably didn't read it, honestly. They probably got talking points from the publisher.
Yeah, probably.
Saying. So yeah, the good old days, I think,
are gone.
Yeah. I don't know what it would take to bring them back.
New publishing houses. I don't know. Avon was starting to do their own conference, which was really cool, and I would go back to that. But I don't know, because they stopped with COVID, so I don't know.
Yeah, I also heard a little tidbit. I swear I must have sat at the table with
you sat at the right table.
Everything. So apparently the person who was doing the KissCon for Avon, they're no longer with the company.
Oh, shit.
So I think now it's going to be more impossible, like almost impossible for that to get going, because without the person who was pushing it along originally is no longer there.
Shit.
So KissCon may be dead.
Shit. Well, damn. Okay, what other conferences did you hear about?
Okay, so let's see. Let me pull up my notes, because I'm like, all these, I just kept opening a new page for each one.
That's smart. That's what I do.
Yeah. So Wild and Windy in the City. So that is a book con in Chicago.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to open the Eventbrite, It's in May.
Okay.
May 12th and 13th. I'm not going to drive there for
2 days.
Author Q&As, photo booth vendors, meet and greet mixer. So they have, and of course, a signing.
Any names you recognize?
No, I have to go to the group and sign in to see everything because they don't even have everything listed here. So
sketch.
Even though it says only a few tickets left on Eventbrite, it has a little fire sign.
Very sus.
It's at the Hyatt, so.
Okay, so it's at a better hotel.
Yeah.
But still very, very sus.
Yeah, who knows? But this is another one they were talking about, Book Bonanza. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of that, yes.
So this is presented by Atria Books.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a publisher event. Sounds like they're trying to do what KissCon was. So this is in June. It's in Grapevine, Texas. What if Grapevine, Texas? I don't know if that's closer to Dallas or Houston. I
have no idea. With Texas, it could be literally anywhere.
So oh goodness. Okay, strike that. I just saw who created Book Bonanza. Would you like to guess who it was? That's making me say strike it.
Somebody terrible?
Somebody who has a first name that starts with a C. A last name. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes. So this is her creation, her and her sisters.
That's why I've heard it.
Okay. I'm not going to this, so we're going to move on. I'm not going. Let's see. I also heard about, what is this called? 20booksvegas.com.
20 books to 50K. So that's like a writer convention more than a reader convention. Okay. And everybody tells me it's really good. I don't know. I don't follow this guy. I don't know. I should probably learn him because he's in the industry, but.
Yeah, because the woman who was telling me about it says it is writer geared, but they also have stuff for readers.
Interesting.
And when I was perusing the website, so I'm not sure how I feel about this. So it says, can I request to be a speaker at the conference? No, all guest speakers are by invite only. So that could be good or bad.
Yes. He has an entire business where he's trying to teach writers how to get 20 books out in a backlist, and then you can make $50,000 a year with just selling your backlist. Oh, that's what it is?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's kind of like, this is his sales pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
He sells groups and courses and online stuff, and like, this is the big event where everybody can come together. And so like, they have their own panelists come in to teach you about marketing or TikTok or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I can see why they want to have their own speaker list. But also it's very kind of
that could be cool to me if I read books by him and liked them.
Yes.
So I have not. So for me, that's
pass.
Let's take a quick break. We're going to check out these commercials. And when we come back, we'll talk about more conventions that I came up with, plus whatever random thing we decide to talk about. By listening to the commercials, you are supporting the podcast. Don't forget to check out the book review journal, available right now on Amazon.
It's so cute.
All right, we'll be right back, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by the Shelf Addiction merch store. Check out all the bookish t-shirts, notebooks, mugs, and more. Don't miss out on these original designs, perfect for any book nerd. Support the podcast and visit shelfaddiction.com/merch and pick up your next favorite bookish item. All right, welcome back. We shall continue. All right, I found some more.
Okay.
I'm telling you, every time someone said something, I typed it in real fast.
No, that's smart. That's what you need to do.
Like this. The woman sitting next to me said she goes to like 1 or 2 a month.
That's wild.
She's retired.
That was my dream back in 2012. Like after I hit RT, I was like, I need to go to every conference ever. Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of really good ones. And I went to some really good ones. But I was a poor college student, so I couldn't travel all the time. And
I have a 9-to-5, and I only have so many vacation days, of which I also like to travel for fun. So I can't spend all my vacation days at book conventions.
No.
But for those that can do it, great. But listening to her, I really figured out real fast. I'm listening for certain things before I consider it for myself.
Absolutely, yes.
She likes the small ones where she can get up close and personal. She went to one that had 15 people. I said, girl, no. I'm not traveling for 15 strangers I don't know.
If they were 10 out of the 15 or maybe like 7 out of the 15 authors that I knew and loved, I might do it. Like if they were my
15 readers.
Oh, there are 15 readers?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know
their
how
marketing
many,
failed.
Yeah, I don't know how many authors there were, but she was like, oh, we were just always together. I'm like, girl.
I thought you meant like there were only 15 authors.
No.
Oh.
So she kind of goes to any and everything she can find. So that's not me. So I tried to take what I could and leave the rest. All right. So the next one, let's see, Space Coast Book Lovers. Now this, I will not be coming back to Florida, but it's in Cape Canaveral. So I thought it was interesting. It's in June, and it sounds like they have like 75 authors. And what I like about this is that it's a variety. I feel like it's so hard to find cons that have more than just romance authors. So this has romance, paranormal, mystery, YA, children, urban fantasy, LGBT, sci-fi, erotica, poetry, thriller, chick lit, suspense, and more. So that's a pretty good variety, to be honest. And if, I got along better with Florida, I might consider it, but
no.
Nah. And of course, they have a book signing. Yeah, but it's something for y'all to check out if you're curious. All right, so here's another one. Rockin' Romance Readers Author Event in Knoxville.
Wait, what?
Rockin' Romance Readers Author Event in Knoxville.
That's where I live, and I've never heard of this. So
really?
I mean,
because I can't find the website.
Oh, they don't have a website?
Let me try. They look like they had a bunch of authors last year. So hold on, let's see if the website is up. It was at Crown Plaza, Knoxville, downtown University. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I live like 15 minutes away from that.
Okay, they have a Facebook group. I think you have to join, and that I will not do. So
you said it was Rockin'
Romance Readers LLC is the company. But you're right. I think it's very small because when I look at on Eventbrite, only like 95 people are following them on Eventbrite. But if I go to their Facebook group, they have, how many people are in this group? I can't tell. I can't tell from the outside how many people are in it. But so in 2023, it's in August, and they have a pretty good list. Do you see the list of authors at the top?
I'm on Eventbrite, so I'm trying to get to the Facebook group.
So it looks like they have a pretty good amount of authors. They have a couple of sponsors. They have some vendors, some models. Ooh, sexy models, all men. A male MC. Very interesting. This could be fun for romance lovers. I don't know if the authors are well known or not because I can't really see the Prince Too Little on my phone.
Sorry, I zoomed in and I'm trying to like read them and I don't really recognize any name. But also like, am I just really that obtuse and oblivious that something's happening in my backyard and I've never heard about it?
Well, it looks like it happened last year, 2022, and this year. So I don't know how far back they went beyond that, but maybe. I don't know.
I'm terrible.
They probably just serve the people who are in their group, right? They probably don't advertise much. They kind of have a clique, kind of like the one we're at now. Like, I don't see any advertisements for it anywhere. It's just the same people. So I'm thinking it's probably one of those.
Probably.
I don't know. And you'll get a kick out of this one. There's one in Denver.
Yeah, the readers take Denver. There are a few authors there that I like, so I might consider going, but I don't know.
So they have thriller, general fiction, and sci-fi, as well as romance, and they have some audiobook narrators coming.
Ooh.
They have like 12 audiobook narrators on this list.
Dang.
Yes. So I'm like, interesting. I'm not opposed. They have a red carpet, author signings, margarita night.
My God,
Casino
Vienna
nights.
night.
Yes. Movie nights.
Oh, yes. I have friends in Denver.
Let's see. When is this? Because I'm like, I'm not opposed.
It's the end of March.
Okay, so it's right around the corner. I can't go, but it's too close. But I think I might keep this on my radar if they keep doing it. So I'm like, I had a good time last time I was in Denver for your event.
Yay.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow, go figure. And of course, everyone talks about ApollyCon, but that's happened already this year, I think.
It's coming up in April.
April. Okay, so that's coming. But in line, I swear I had the most gossipy people. I was in line to go into the lunch today. There was a woman in front of me. Now, of course, this is hearsay. She said this was her experience, so I don't know firsthand. But she said she was in the ApollyCon group, and she was trying to get a ticket. It was very hard to get a ticket.
They saw it in like 10 minutes, which is insane.
Yes. So someone had said something to her about, I guess, Jennifer L. Armentrout, like doing, something. And she says, well, I don't really read Jennifer Armentrout. I'm there for some of the other authors on the ticket. And then she was removed from the group the next day. She said, I didn't say anything bad. I just said I don't read her, but I like some of the other authors. They kicked her out the group.
Oh, shit.
Because she was not a fan. I'm like, really? She said, that's the only thing it could be. I was not mean. I was not rude. I said, oh, okay. So there's that. So take ApollyCon as you will. I don't think I'll be there. I don't know if ever. I used to want to go.
I kind of bar crashed at it last year while I was at RWA. So I went there and RWA at the same time and just like blocked it from my mind. No, I bar crashed. It was not fun. I will tell you, on their website, they said that you can get into the signing for $10, cash only. So I walked up and I went, hey, where do I pay my $10 to get into the signing? And they're like, where's your badge? And I said, what badge? I'm just a reader who wants to go to the signing. And, I'll pay $10 to get into the signing. And they said, no, you have to be registered for the entire event to get into the signing. And then I was like, are you charging them an extra $10 to get in then? And they're like, no, you just need to go away now.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, okay, bye.
Oh, it sounds problematic. They've got some things going on over there. Okay, pass. Not for me.
Nope.
I am not about the drama.
Thank you. Next.
So, Book Lovers Con.
I don't know about that one.
June 1st through 4th this year. You don't know. It's in Houston, Texas.
Pass.
But you don't like Houston?
No.
Okay. Well, the one thing I thought was interesting is that the hotel is at the Galleria or by the Galleria. And I only know from some YouTubers that I watched that the Galleria is like the luxury mall in the area.
So it's fancy.
If you want to go to Chanel or LV, you need to go to the gallery. So I'm like, oh, so the hotel is right by. Y'all fancy.
So they're the ones who tried to like take over after RT. Like the people left behind in RT tried to come up with this. I've never seen a good lineup of authors that they've produced. They don't have any backing from publishing houses that I know of. Their readers who did go back in like 2019, I think it was, said it just wasn't RT. It wasn't worth it. I do remember they had a conference planned for mid-March 2020. They were planning on having the whole conference until like 2 days before.
Okay.
And then the state of Tennessee shut down and had to cancel it.
Oh my gosh.
Because, 2020 COVID, everything shut down. But they're like, no, we're still happening. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then like literally 2 days before it was supposed to start, they're like, well, we shut down.
Damn.
So I don't know. I've always been kind of sus of them ever since then.
Okay.
Like,
that's fair. That's fair.
The writing was on the wall. We didn't want to admit that we were shutting down, but like everybody kind of knew we were shutting down, and they refused to admit to shut down until they were forced to.
That's not good.
And I don't know. It could have been, like hotel contracts and bullshit, but also, I don't know. They were Suspect.
If you don't know what that means. Okay. Okay, well.
I mean, they might be cool. And if it's a luxury hotel, like, that's right up your alley. You should go check that out after dealing with all this bullshit.
I do want to go to Houston. I've been to Dallas before, but I have not been to Houston.
I have family in Houston, so just like...
So you're like, dang. Okay, got it. I don't know. So I thought I wanted to go to one more convention this year. Mm-hmm. Sorry if you can hear my bracelets jingling. But I'm so confused with all of these. I feel like I need to go back to the beginning and go through each one with a finer tooth comb again, because none of them jump out at me like, hey, go here, come here,
come to me.
Right. So I don't know. We'll see. Because, I have personal trips this year. So maybe I don't really need to go to any more this year. But I thought maybe one more. I don't know.
We'll keep an eye out and see what pops up. And maybe we'll have some readers tell us about cool things.
Yeah, please do. So I did find a list on Publishers Weekly.
Oh.
And it's a huge list, so I'm not going through it. It's like by month. So it's like all kind of.
Damn.
Yeah. So apparently it's like big and small because, each city has like their own little thing. So I'll put the link in the show notes because these are book conferences, fairs, and festivals, January through June only. And this list is outrageous. So, I'm at the bottom. So, yeah, it's pretty substantial. So this might help you find something in your own backyard.
Which I just did. I feel very embarrassed by this.
Don't be, because sometimes it's just not advertised well. And unless you just have your finger on the pulse of like the hotels and the conventions, you just won't know, So don't feel bad. I don't know half the book stuff that goes on in my neighborhood either. I'm like,
but
what?
You're in a big city. I'm in bumfuck Tennessee. I feel like I should have heard something, but I didn't hear anything. So
okay,
I will keep an eye on this and let you know.
Yeah, okay.
I might pop in and try and like see if I can get a day pass or something cheap.
Yeah, I'm curious. Let me know if you do. And
absolutely, it happens in August. I
think it was.
Okay,
I can't go back. I have too many tabs open. I don't remember where it was. I'm telling you, I love Google because I can just open a lot of tabs on my mobile and
just keep them open. It's fine. It's good.
So handy. So yeah, that's that. So we caught you guys up on what we know as far as conferences. Oh yeah, one more thing though, Comic-Con. I heard. Now, and I heard this from a reliable source that got books last year at Comic-Con in New York. So apparently, you remember after, what's it called? After Book Expo, they would have a weekend that usually the young people went to.
The youngins. And they would get all their arcs and have like a big fandom type thing.
So apparently they've kind of shifted that onto Comic-Con. So like while you're there talking about comics and TV shows, superhero TV shows and movies and stuff, they have some book publishers there as well.
Fun. Okay. So it is New York.
Yeah. I don't know about the book aspect as San Diego.
I would assume would be bigger in New York simply because the publishers are there.
Yeah.
But like in a general, I think like just as a Comic-Con, San Diego is bigger.
Yeah. Because I miss big conventions. So I feel like there is a good thing about having a small convention. You get to have more one-on-one time with the authors. You get to
hang out with the authors,
which is cool. But I like bigger authors because you have bigger names, people that you have on your shelves.
You can get books signed by the big names and stand in line for 10 hours. And like, I met Anne Rice once, and that was amazing.
Yeah. I can give you a list of authors. I met a lot of authors at Book Expo, like big name authors, best-selling authors. It was so great. Oh my God. So but yeah, I miss big conferences because you get to meet, the people that you read and the names I thought it would be fun to do a live show one time. So if we can collaborate or meet some people, we could bring our show along and do a live show.
Oh,
just speaking that out into the universe.
You guys, who wants to do a live show with us?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm trying to look at the camera. Can you see me? I don't know.
It can
so
see
awkward.
you.
Okay. screen is like an inch big.
Yes, it's an inch, but it's literally an inch, 1 inch square. Okay. It's so funny, but
let's do a live show together. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
I feel like that could be really fun.
It would be so much fun.
So yeah, I'm open to it. I'm like speaking. Look, y'all, I got all the plans.
Speak it out into the universe.
Yes,
and
put it out there.
True.
Message me and let me know if you would come to a live show.
Yes.
Yes.
I will be there. Yeah. I volunteer to come to a live show.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Even if it's just us two with the lights and the cameras.
Hello. It's live.
Hilarious. I don't have anything else. What do you think?
I don't have anything else. I'm good.
And I'm hot.
It is hot.
We had to turn the air off in this room because there's no central air.
And it's like 88 degrees outside. Jesus. I hope it's only 88.
And the sun is just beaming in here. Okay, we're done.
We're done.
We are done.
All right.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. Talk to you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye, guys. If you enjoyed today's episode and would like to show your support, there are a few things you can do. Head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a positive 5-star review, or like this episode on your favorite podcast player. It seems so simple, but it really helps me out. You can share this podcast with other book nerd friends or on your favorite social media space. You can also join the Shelf Addiction Patreon family. For as little as $2 a month, you will help us produce even more awesome content for your ears. You can also consider joining the Shelf Addiction official Facebook group, where we talk all things bookish and more in a safe space. The Shelf Addiction podcast is a part of the Nerdy Maven Network. You can also reach us via email at info@shelfaddiction.com. Thank you for listening.